Spider noise. Spider noise. Spider noise. Spider noise. We've got a jammy. Normally I open with some meows, but I'm gonna be doing a little spider theming tonight. And so I thought I would start with spider noises, but they don't really make, noises so much. Except maybe some little chittering. Hi. Hello. Welcome. We got Sassy with the meow meows. Leo, popping in for just a second, be right back. Okay. Hi. Hi, bye, and hopefully hi again soon. Hello, Polished Millennial. And you're eating dinner so you can eat your yummy treats. Oh my goodness. What is for dinner, Sassy? I need to know. Yeah, spider noises in movies are squeaks and clicks. They don't really have the ability to make squeaks per se. They can make, for sure, a little like tippy tappy, clicky, and sort of like rubbing things together kinds of noises. But as a general rule, arachnids not known for vocalization. The lack of lungs makes it difficult to make a ton of sounds that aren't tapping or stridulation, which is that rubbing together thing. Dark and stormy nails, you think your computer needs an upgrade? 3 refreshes to get chat to load? Seriously? That's ridiculous. Ooh, burrito for dinner. I had a bowl of cereal. So, okay, I always have a bowl of cereal, so that's nothing new. But today's been a little extra because normally I do my volunteering on Wednesdays. And this week, the Wednesday shift was already taken when I went to sign up, because you have to sign up every Thursday for the following week. And yeah, so it was already taken. So I got in on today's shift, which means I spent like 4 hours on concrete floor helping people, which is cool. And I'm happy to do it, and it is good for my brain and good to get me out of the house and get me a little bit active. So I enjoy it. But yeah, it means I'm real tired. I'm real tired and I'm real sore tonight. But that's okay. We're gonna get through this just fine. And we have Jammy Dodgers to help. And we're gonna be doing spiders, so that's literally always good. Hoopty, hello, welcome. Wow, Linry. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome. You watched Demon Slayer and they had a spider demon? His head was a spider and they gave him pedipalps. Oh, wow. That is cool. I'm impressed. They don't usually know about the pedipalps, or they just don't do it. Yeah, Stripper Skelly being extra cute and festive. Actually, he's got a little, hang on. He's wearing like a novelty child's ring. There we go. There, he can light up. And he's got his little snowman friend between his legs. Yeah, that, the snowman and the novelty ring and the little toque and the little mitten were all from my BCB Winter Advent box that I got, which I have not opened any of the polishes. I did look at the spoilers before I purchased it, so, I have like a rough idea of what's in there. But I don't really remember specifically what's in there. I opened up everything else and I left the polishes in their boxes because I have way too much swatching to do. So I was like, get the cute stuff out. There's a bunch of adorable shit in there. And of course, a bunch of Nerds gummy cluster things, which went to Brian immediately. But yeah, I was very happy that the toque and the mitten and the little light up ring worked well for my skeleton friend. Hello, Ray. Hi, Sylvia. Jammy Dodgers is doing a good snore over there. For a little while, I had Budgie Smuggler on the chair behind my butt. But then she decided she needed to go. I'm drinking a cider. I'm drinking a cider because it's been a long day, and cider is tasty. And I wanted to have something other than water for stream. I also have my water, though, of course. So, let me show you my shirt. For anyone who didn't see it, this is my shirt. And this is what made me think of the plan for tonight. So, most of you probably have seen the Priders nails that I did not this past summer, the summer before, I think, that were a bunch of Maratus, aka peacock jumping spiders. Those are the little guys that you see in videos sometimes that lift their butts up in the air and wiggle their butts and wave their arms and do all that cute stuff. It's these guys here. This is one of them in a classic mating pose, doing his little dance. So I had done a bunch of those as different pride flags instead of their natural colors. And so as soon as I put this shirt on today, having no idea what I was going to do for tonight's stream, I immediately went, oh, obviously I have to do holiday spiders. So we're going to do the same basic idea. It's going to be Maratus spiders, but with various festive butts. So that's the plan. So I am going to put this is your warning. I am going to put a large photo of a Maratus jumping spider on the screen. Okay. So this is your jump scare warning in 3, 2, 1, spider. It's not showing. Awesome. There we go. The timing was a little off, but we got there. I forgot I didn't have it set up in the heads up scene, only in the nails up scene. So that is a photo of an actual Maratus jumping spider. There are a lot of different... oh yeah, I should put spider in the title, shouldn't I? Can I edit it while it's running? I'm not sure. I am not sure. Let's find out. I don't see a way to do it. I don't think I can. Anyway, we're not going to keep the spider up on screen for very long. I personally think these things are adorable, but that is basically the reference that I'm going to be working with, okay? So we're going to put different images up on the spider's butt. The spider is not staying up on screen. Having spiders decorate the tree would be so much easier. Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, it looks like he's wearing a fancy hat for sure. So, sorry, spooky mouse. So I am going to be painting those spiders on my nails, but the idea is each one is going to have a different, like, festive, holiday, winter kind of butt pattern. So for those who have a serious arachnophobia issue, maybe this isn't the stream for you. But if you're okay with a little light, cute arachnophobia, I promise I'm not going to be showing any other spiders. It's just going to be the ones that I paint on my nails that are going to be based on that one that I showed. Okay. But yeah, I'm not going to continue showing full size big spiders. Also, for the record, those incredibly cute little tiny spiders are so small. They're like 3 millimeters. They're like they're like an eighth of an inch. At the biggest ones are like an eighth of an inch. I saw there was something. Sylvia asked what kind of cider I'm drinking. It is Potomac cider from a local brewery. And it's tasty. What brushes do I use? Polished Millennial, I use primarily for nail art 2 brushes. I have this one here, which is a Cirque brush. This one's starting to get a little bit ratty, but I've been using it for over a year now. It's been my primary detailer brush. But yeah, that's their finest detail brush from Cirque. And the Starly Nano, which I use for extremely fine detail. Those are the two main brushes that I use for the vast majority of nail art. Spooky Mouse, you feel like you can handle it on the nails? All right, I'm glad. And welcome, Allie. Hi, Leo. Leo, I've just talked about the plan for the evening, which is going to be cute spiders on my nails, but they're going to be holiday spiders. You think it's been over 2 years since I did the Priders? Maybe. Wow, Linnery, see, I can do small spiders, but getting over an inch is just unreasonable. Y'all don't need to be that big. I like them big. I like the big ones, but I like the small ones too. So, and I get it. Not everybody's into it. I do have the cutest spider eyes ring, which is based on jumping spiders. So I've got that to wear on my other hand. Yeah, Linnery had a problem with her first Starly Nano, but then got a replacement. Oh, it's been over 2 years since I got the Cirque brush? Yeah, that might be right. It's held up very well. Yeah, you're right. It is from the old server gift exchange. That's true. It must be 2 years old. It's held up extremely well. Now, I do treat my brushes pretty well. I don't pamper them as much as I probably should, but I pamper them a lot more than most people do. So, you know, I make sure that when I'm cleaning them, I never like press straight down. I always like have it at an angle. That's when I'm rinsing in my ethanol, it's always at an angle. It's never straight down, always at an angle. Always at an angle when it's being wiped, because you don't want to like do a hard bend and sort of squish them up against the metal that they're coming out of. Clean them properly every time after every single use. And then I also oil them at the end of each manicure. I oil all my brushes that I've used. Just with cuticle oil. I use my cleanup brush to put cuticle oil on my skin, and like under my nails, and then use the excess that's on my skin to do my other brushes. That's it. It helps a lot with longevity. Yeah, they should get oil regularly. It's good for them. Ali, you like spiders in general as long as they don't startle you. I think that's fair. That's just rude. Yeah, if you're not going to be kind to your brushes, you're either going to spend a lot of money on brushes or you should just stick with cheap brushes. So I got this Fauve Frostbite, which is a thermal. I haven't used it yet, so I decided I should use this as my background tonight. So I'm going to do that on both hands as my background. I'm not going to be doing nail art on my right hand, but I kind of just want to put this on because I haven't worn it yet. Yeah, so I thought it would be fun to use this as a background, so it's sort of wintry. And then I'm going to get y'all to help me decide on the designs that I want to put on these spider butts. Because there's like a few different options. And I was brainstorming a little bit on one of the Discord servers about some possible options, but I haven't like made any final decisions. So I was thinking I might want to do and I'm going to say right off the bat here, I am not religious, and this is not a religious holiday for me. I celebrate Santoween. But you know, I respect all the various different holidays that are going on around the general time frame. So I'm open to putting any kind of general festivities that are happening around this time of the year sort of designs on my nails. So things that I had considered include a little menorah butt spider, a like sort of more classic Christmas tree with little lights on it. I had mentioned maybe doing, you know, the Kwanzaa, like the cake and the candle thing, with the traditional colors for that. I don't know if there's a name for that. Snowflake could be a cute design. Someone, I think maybe Sassy, suggested possibly doing gingerbread, which seemed like a cute idea. A snowman could be a cute idea. So yeah, I'm open to like just ideas from the peanut gallery. I would like to have a variety of fun designs, and part of the choice is going to be what I think will work well in the design. Like whether I think I can come up with a design that will work at that scale, and sort of in a round-ish shape. Doesn't have to be round. You call it Hogswatch, like in Discworld. We call it Santoween. Kanara holds the candles. Kanara is is there like an actual, like a candle, a special candle holder? I'm afraid I'm not super familiar with Kwanzaa traditions, so Sassy, I'm going to defer to you and rely on you for information about that if we're going to do a Kwanzaa nail. Your husband calls it Capitalism and Deforestation Festival. Hey, Bonket, welcome. Peppermint candy pattern is a cute idea. Christmas tree, yes. Oh, Kinara. The candles are 3 green, 1 black, and 3 red. Mistletoe stripey on the butt or dreidel butt spider. That's a cute idea. Wonder if I could make a dreidel butt spider work. So the one thing that I had thought about for a Hanukkah spider would be like the menorah and have it sort of wrap around so that like the central candle is there, and then the other candles, like the actual menorah, sort of the base of it comes up around, and then the candles kind of go like around this way, so the whole thing makes a sort of a horseshoe around the butt. Gelt might work. I could see that working. There's a couple of different ways that I think Gelt could work. Najwa arrive. Hello, Najwa. Kevin has been very into dreidel this year. That's cute. So yeah, I think I just kind of want to do like a cute little variety pack of festive winter spider butts. I'm not getting a lot of snowflakes here on this hand. Hopefully I'll get more on the next coat. The glitter density is not bad, though, I think, for something that needs to be built up in a few coats. Like, I haven't worked to pick up. It's pretty nice glitter density. I think if it was too much more, it would be a problem to build up in a few coats. Shamas has to be elevated and alone, otherwise it's not a Hanukkah. So it wouldn't work to do... yeah, and do tell me, like, I absolutely don't want to be, like, disrespectful with my designs. So if I'm coming up with a design that you feel is not a good representation, then absolutely tell me. So what I was kind of thinking is like... and this is just going to be super, super rough here, is like if the... and obviously this is bigger as well. If the whole thing is like this... the rest of the butt comes up around here. So there would be like a central thing here. So your central candle shape. And then the others would be like this. And I can't remember how many there are. I'll have to look that up or ask Kat. But like that. 8 candles, 1 level, the 9th is higher. The 9th is the central one, right? I'm going to look this up. Just to make sure I... okay. So there's 4 on one side, 4 on the other. For some of these, some of them seem to have 3 on one side and 3 on the other. Are these for different purposes? 4 on each side. Okay, the one in the center, because that's the one you light the other candles with, right? So if this, I could even do it so that these other ones are actually straight, but it would be a little bit harder. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so I think I can make that work. I just have to make sure that the central one is taller. Okay, menorah is a general term. Hanukkah is the one. I'm probably butchering the pronunciation there. It's the one for Hanukkah. Okay. All right. I Google searched menorah, not realizing there's a special one. Okay. Yeah, I grew up with a real sort of like very commercialized version of Christmas that we didn't even properly celebrate on both sides of my family. Um, so even like a lot of the traditional Christmassy stuff, I'm like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Okay, I think that design is doable. And then wait, how many candles was it again? Did Sassy say? I need to scroll back up. The candles for the Kinara are 3 green, 1 black, and 3 red. And the black one is in the center, I think. So that would be another potential design. That would leave me with 2 candle style designs, though. Your nieces get Hanukkah, Yule, Christmas, and the Buddhist winter holiday. You know what? I think everybody should be able to celebrate all the various holidays that they want to. We all need more holidays in our lives, as far as I'm concerned. Especially children. Especially adults with children, actually. They're the ones that really need it. Yule log, 1 candle style on each hand. I'm not doing anything. No. Okay. Ray? Ray, my love. I'm not doing nail art on my right hand. We're doing 1 design per spider butt on my left hand only, and no art on my right hand. I'm only doing regular nail polish on my right hand. I think 2 coats is going to be enough of this. So there are other symbols for Kwanzaa that could work. Are there any that come to mind for you, Sassy, as being like things that you think might make a good design? I could also choose a dreidel instead of Hanukkah. To represent Hanukkah. I think I definitely want to do like a Christmas tree design with like little lights on it. That seems like a very cute idea. And then maybe the other 2 can just be like absolutely not related to an actual religious holiday. They can just be like gingerbread and snowflakes or something. Cue your brain saying singing I had a little dreidel. I actually had that in my head earlier on today as well. Because I was listening to what the heck is that? Really ridiculous. It's like the 12 Days of Christmas, but done by an a cappella like choral group that basically mashed it up with a bunch of other stuff. And at one point, the one guy starts singing that, and everybody else just looks at him like, dude, what are you doing? This is a Christmas song mashup. A gingerbread cookie shaped like a spider on my right hand. I'm not painting anything on my right hand, Sylvia. It's not going to happen. Nobody here has the power to make me do nail art on my right hand after the day that I've had. No power on earth. Chimera spider, Ray. No, I think they both deserve their own design. Lots of Christmas songs were written by Jews. Yeah, a lot of the real popular radio ones were. Some of the better ones, actually. Okay, just want to make sure I don't have like overhanging glitters here that are going to annoy me. So I am, y'all can't tell, I'm testing out a new mat. I'm trying to abuse a new nail mat that Cracked is offering. And she sent me, she has, I guess, a black one and a clear one. She sent me the clear one. And holy heck, is it ever nice. It's like super thick. I should show y'all, actually. You think I should sip some more cider and reconsider? Absolutely. I'm gonna continue to sip my cider and be happy with my decision. Okay. Check out how thick this is. You see how thick this is? Now this has a lip on it. It's got a little lip, but even with the lip, it's like thick. And the lip on it is wide. So it feels super sturdy. And it's got the logo like Cracked wear it out, like embossed. So the thinnest part of the mat in the embossed area here is still, I think, slightly thicker than my regular mat that I use, that you can kind of just see here, that I normally use to just protect my desk. But yeah, this is, I really like that it has this like super thick ridge around the edge. It feels like it doesn't want to roll up, and also it feels sturdy. It feels like it's really going to contain spills. So yeah, super nice one. Sassy, the 7 symbols. We got the crops, placemat, ear of corn, 7 candles, candle holder, unity cup, and gifts. Okay. I might have to look at that. You wonder how well it would handle an acetone spill? I guarantee you it's going to handle an acetone spill beautifully, and it might handle an acetone spill tonight. Yeah. What I'm curious about is how much, because you know how silicone always swells a little bit? It like puffs up when it gets acetone spilt on it. I'm curious about how much it will swell. I don't know if the thickness of it is going to make a difference in how much it will swell. So I'm curious about that. But I'm confident that in all other regards it will certainly handle it well. All right, let me look up. So there's the Hanukkiah. And then let me look up some images of Kwanzaa symbols. Let's see if we can get some good, like, imagery that will be distinct. I do really like the Kinara. It is cute. So we have... I don't know what these things are, and I'm having trouble reading them because they are not in English. Y'all can't see. Looks like umoja. Some kind of symbol for unity. These are like more imagery that you would put on things, I think. Imani, faith, Kumba, creativity. It's in Swahili. I could do Kinara and Dreidel. That might work well. Because then I don't have things that are like too similar to each other. So let's... I'm sure I can make a dreidel work. I can definitely make a dreidel work. I can definitely make a dreidel work. Okay, yes, that's what we're going to do. So we'll do a dreidel on one nail. We'll do a kinara on one nail. Let me just make sure I have my images up. Kwanzaa, Kinara. Okay. Yeah. I noticed some of them are flat and some of them are like do like an uppy downy thing. And I think I want to do the one that's got like sort of a triangular-ish base with the black candle in the center and the red on one side and the green on the other. Because I think that will flow more nicely in the design. You want to see me do a dreidel like I did the Legos? Okay. Let's go. Let's do it. I have polish. I pulled just like some basic colors that that I knew were going to be required. We're gonna start with just the basic spood head face leggy parts and then do the butts later, because that's just how it has to start. I should top coat first. What am I thinking? Y'all, don't let me start doing nail art without top coating. Come on. Like, what are you thinking? Okay, so obviously the dreidel spider has to be predominantly blue, like blue and silver, blue and white. Blue and white would work well because I'm not really doing metallics. I've got all crumbs. Do we want to do gingerbread? Or gingerbread on a snowflake or something else? Did anybody have other ideas for the other two winter things? Snowman maybe, or don't really want to do a Santa face. I feel like that could be easy to do, but I don't really want to do a Santa. We got Sassy just really lobbying hard for the gingerbread booty. Snow globe again. Oh my god. Imagine recursive Maratus snow globus. Give him a snow globe on his butt, and inside the snow globe is a Maratus spider with a snow globe on its butt, and inside that snow globe is a Maratus spider. See how small I can get it before it's just completely incomprehensible. I predict not very. No, I don't think I'll be doing a snow globe. That is a very funny idea, though. Yeah, those were really difficult photos to take. And I knew it was going to be, like, partly because I just know that taking photos of that kind of thing is hard, and partly because you had talked about how hard it was. I was like, oh yeah, that's gonna suck. But, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. Okay, so let us begin with... This is gonna be the hard part because I gotta... Oh god, I hate doing this. Because this one... Do I want him to be the other way, though? Maybe I want him to be the other way. You know what? This one's just going to be the other way. All right, so let's go with... We got a little sort of square-ish head. That's his cephalothorax. This is the educational portion of the stream. I know y'all love the educational portion of the stream. We got the cephalothorax. And we got some little pedipalps here. I'm gonna just sort of rough everything in. And then put in detail afterward. And then we're gonna need some little leggies. So we're gonna want the first pair of leggies. And all their little leggies are pretty fluffy. I need some thinner already because I spilled that out way too soon. Come on. A wreath. Oh, wreath could be cute. I hadn't thought of a wreath. You're doing the snow globes during this stream? Oh my goodness. Spooky Mouse, do the snow globes. I want to see you do the snow globes. They're hard, but they're fun. And like, no matter how well you do, they're going to be impossible to photograph anyway. So you can just, if you don't like how they turned out, you can just be like, oh, well, they're a lot better than they look, but they just were so hard to photograph. And everyone is just going to believe you. It's basically perfect. All right, so we got our one set of leggies that goes up here. And then the last leggy in the back. And I'm not worrying too much about the shape of anything at this point. I'm kind of just roughing everything in. Because nothing needs to be perfect. Especially not at this stage. There we go. Little babies. I love these guys so much. Okay. So we'll get a little mustache happening here. They do be hairy little fuckers. They're like the teddy bears of the spider world, basically. You're adjusting the magnetic and using the circle side of your wand so the pigment is toward the outer edge. Big brain. What the hell? Why didn't we think of that, Linry? Why didn't you think of that so that I could copy you? Now I'm like a little mad at Linry for making me do it the hard way when there was a clearly better, easier way. Okay. We know these guys love to have cute little white flags on their little feeties. Often some like striping. I'm not modeling this after a particular species. I'm just kind of going off vibes of what I remember from looking at 1,012 photos of these little guys. Trying to darken this up a little bit on the side. Are they hairier than tarantulas? Tarantulas are pretty variable. It depends on the species. I would say they're approximately similar to the hairiness of most tarantulas on average. Both are pretty hairy. All right, just trying to, whoop, that was too much. That's okay. Trying to give this a little bit more like dimension here. Okay, now we need some little eyeballs. I did not pour myself out any ethanol. Psh, didn't pour myself out any ethanol either, but that's not part of the standard system anyway. Acetone. I did not pour myself any acetone. So like I was talking about with cleaning the brushes, I basically kind of like tap them like at an angle and then roll them. And if I need to do it more than once, I tap while rolling slightly and then roll. Basically because that helps clean it without squishing the bristles. Okay, we need some great big eyes in the front. Because they have the cute, great big eyes. I'm definitely going to need to do some cleanup around these. I probably should have just used a dotting tool for this part, but I'm not a smart woman. It's not too late, Peggy. You could still use a dotting tool. Oh, but that would be cheating, Peggy. Why would you do something the easy way when you can just do it the hard way instead? You're right, Peggy. Why would you make your life easier? Okay. I'm just going to have to do some tidying because apparently I'm too much of an asshole to myself to do it the easy way. Okay, let's do a little... I need more of this. Working smarter is cheating? Yeah, no, I know. Listen, it's not. It's clearly not. It's obviously not. But, you know, the brain should be stupid sometimes. The truth is, sometimes I have trouble controlling the dotting tool as well. And so it can be just as difficult for me to get a decent result with the dotting tool as with a brush. depending. Okay. I feel like that's good enough because that is not even really the focus. As long as the eyes kind of look like eyes and the leggies kind of look like leggies and the whole thing kind of looks like a spood, then I think we're good. I'm going to do some little black striping here. Because the important thing is going to be the big booty. Now, who gets to go on the thumb? I'm thinking maybe gingerbread on the thumb. Freehand little circles. Yep. Bugs in snow is a funny concept. Hello, Sanyo. Yeah, I think it will be easier to photograph Spooky Mouse. I think your option, your plan is a smart one. Slowly getting used to thinning your polish instead of dipping into the bottle a lot. Yeah, I use a lot less polish that way. I'm just scrolling back to try and see if I missed anything major. Yeah, exactly. While Linry says, but like grabbing a dotting tool would take too much effort and you're already holding the brush and it already has paint on it. It's like, it's already easy. Yeah, GPA be damned. I also took some courses that I knew were going to tank me in university. Because they were good for my health. Okay, let's see here. Let's do our basic outline here. And yeah, I feel like this one should be the gingerbread thumb. Or the gingerbread spider, rather. Duh. I think this will be a cute gingerbread one. So we'll just rough in the basic shape outline. Sonyo, you don't want to waste your polish. You don't. I know you don't. Okay. So I'm hoping that magical mustache will be a good gingerbread color. It seems like it should. I just can't remember if it dries down. I don't think it dries down darker. But I can't quite recall. So hopefully it doesn't. At least not significantly. Because I feel like it's a pretty good gingerbread color right out of the bottle. This was my first brown creme that I ever got, and I get so much damn use out of it. I have other brown cremes as well, but most of them are much darker. Or they're like too reddish or whatever for a lot of things. Okay. There is the gingerbread outline. Now I think that needs to dry a little bit before I start trying to put any details on it or I'm going to suffer. HT Ginger Snapped is a great creme. Isn't that one a little bit more pinky? I feel like that's a pinkier brown. But I can't recall for sure. Yeah, I prefer to work harder, not smarter, Sassy. Okay. Let's do the next one. Let's move along and get a little face going here for our second one. You got your kids' laundry washed, folded, and put away in the same 24 hours? Unpossible. Sounds like some voodoo shit to me. She's a witch. Burn her. Yeah, I also get stubborn about things for no good reason. Sometimes it's really like I've decided that something is a rule for me and only for me, and anybody else can do things exactly the way that I'm not allowed to, and I will never it won't even occur to me that there's anything wrong with them doing it that way. But if I want to do it that way, then it's wrong and bad and cheating, and I shouldn't be allowed. And it's like, what are you talking about? Like, why does that doesn't make any sense. It's stupid. And yet, the brain really likes to do the thing. A little more black here. Okay. Little dark shadow in this area. And then go a little lighter where the pedipalps are. We'll rough in the pedipalps. Oh, that was quite dark, wasn't it? Interesting. And we need more thinner. Yeah, that's your executive functioning for the week? That's like, sometimes that's all you can manage. And honestly, good job. Good job managing it. It ain't easy. Especially with a kid, my goodness. I could never. The idea of trying to function at all while also having a dependent, couldn't be me. Could not be me. All right. I think this guy might have his little other leggy off to the side a little bit, because sometimes they do like a, they're not always symmetrical. They'll do like a little dance off to one side and a little dance off to the other side. They got moves. They're real good dancers. Okay. Get a little lighter area up here. And then I think this one is going to be the dreidel one. My cats are dependents, but they're not like... They're not dependents that need me to do their laundry and cook their dinner. They're dependents that are perfectly fine as long as I spill some food out of a can. Well, it's actually a pouch, but whatever. You know what I mean? Like, if I cuddle them and I don't forget to feed them, they're good. Actual human infants require so much more. I did a very bad job. An extraordinarily bad job. This is not good. It's okay though. We're going to fix it. We're going to fix it. It's going to be just fine. You won't even know that I screwed it up by the time I'm done here. It's going to look perfect. I'm just going to keep telling myself that. And maybe it will come true. Or maybe I will continue screwing it up in new and interesting ways. The problem is that I don't have microscope vision. I should get one of those, like, thingies that has, like, the big magnifying glass in it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. I am going to have to completely redo the eyeballs because I just totally fucked them up. Honestly, what am I doing here? Okay, I'm going to get my face real close. The problem is that the angle gets difficult and it's just outside of my bifocal range. Okay, that's better. We got Ashley. We're on page 6, 7. You have a Manny you can post in Discord for your excuse. Your excuse for what? For being late? You better have a good Manny if you're late for my stream. Not really. There's no rules. There's no rules. There's no such thing as late. You're all wizards. Come and go as you please. Get some little stripies here. Let's do one more white stripe. Come on. I need one on the other side as well, and I don't want to thin it again right this second. For no reason. All right, so I think the dreidel one, I want to give it, do I want to do a light blue base or a dark blue base? I think I want to do a dark blue base for the butt. Yes, Sonyo, always let the random outdoor cat in. It's the cat distribution system. You know the rules. Okay, so this one, I think will have a slightly eggy shaped butt because they're not all totally round. Some of them are a little bit eggy shaped. Some of them are wide. Some of them have an almost triangular look to them. I need more. I did not give myself enough polish. Okay. So there's a good base for that guy. Do I want to give myself a little more space to work with? Nah, I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be okay. It's going to be fine. Speaking of cats, let's take a little Jammy Dodgers break. Oh, something just popped. You're at your limit of critters you can take care of. Yeah, 2 human kids and 3 cats is a lot. Maymay, hello, welcome. I wasn't thinking of surgeon glasses. I was thinking of like a craft, like magnifying lens on like an arm. How's Musumbi doing, Mei Mei? Yeah, spiders are just like people. We all have different butts. It's true. Okay, Spooky Mouse. That's a deep that's a deep cut, my friend. Vext has a lovely bunch of spider butts. Boom 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 boom. All neatly lined up in a row. Boom 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 boom. It's really good. If anybody doesn't know what that is referring to, don't worry about it. Just it's fine. You don't need to know. 3 kids, 3 cats, and 3 chihuahuas is not okay. Oh, you don't like yours? The lens makes things fuzzy because the light diffracts weird. Interesting. I wonder if it depends too. Like maybe there's better quality and worse quality ones, and maybe it's fine if you've got an appropriate sort of quality level for the fineness of the detail that you require. Because, like, when we're doing nail art stuff, oh boy, do you ever need some super fine detail eyeballs for that. But if you were just doing, like, I don't know, some embroidery or something, like, yes, you need to be able to see some detailed vision, but it doesn't have to be quite at the same level. There's got to be people who don't know the Coconut Song, okay? I believe that there are many people who don't know it. Because here's the thing. Many people are just wildly uncultured. I mean, you've seen who votes in this country. You really think people would vote that way if they knew about the Coconut Song? I don't think they would. Okay. We need more white down here. The Coconut Song was almost your senior quote. Sassy, you know the original Coconut Song. Is there a more original Coconut Song than the Coconut Song? I don't know. It exists too far back in my brain for me to. Like, I think it's probably 30 years since I've heard it. Possibly more. Pedipalps. Have we talked about pedipalps yet this stream? Y'all know about pedipalps. They're the hands of the face. They're face hands. Which now makes me think of the helping hands from Labyrinth, because I was talking about Labyrinth with someone earlier on today on Instagram. The helping hands were like wildly creepy to me when I was a kid. I I darkened it too much, and then I lightened it too much, and then I darkened it too much, and then I lightened it too much. We're going to get there eventually. I've just darkened it too much. I just need to decide on something, I think, is the thing. We'll just give this guy a little mustache and call it a day, I think. Okay. Good enough. And do a little leggy. And then a big swooshy leggy. And a little leggy. Little leggy. Little leggy. The nice thing about these little leggies is that I don't have to care about them too much. They just have to sort of resemble leggies-ish. Because nobody's going to be looking that closely at them. Actually, there's one person that's going to be looking real close at them, but he would find something to criticize in what I end up doing no matter what, so I don't care. Anytime it's not perfect, he's going to tell me about it. That's okay. That can be his problem. Yeah, I don't like these pedipalps. There we go. That's a little better. I like those pedipalps better. All right, little puffy flags here, little flags here. Give him some little black stripes. I need more black. The coconut song was the friends we made along the way. Oh, okay. No, I don't. It may be in The Lion King, but I guarantee you that's not where I know it from. It's a much, much, much older song than that. Cozy nail art turned into Spoods actually early on today, and I just never updated the concept. They're going to be cozy, though. I promise you this. So I'll show you my shirt. And I know you've seen the Priders, so you'll understand the concept. So here's, oh, hang on. Here's the shirt that made me think, oh heck, I should do some festive spiders. So the concept is Priders, but make it holidays instead of queer flags. So that's what we're doing. You know what? I'm going to learn my lesson. I'm going to go ahead. I have my tiny dotting tool right here. I can just do it. You know what? I was doing better with the brush. This is why I don't use the dotting tool. You see? This is why I don't use the dotting tool. I have to start all over again. I have to fix this one the exact same way I had to fix the other one. See? Y'all with your work smarter, not harder. The smarter for me is harder. Working harder is working smarter for me. Because of how I'm going to fuck up the easy method. There. Okay, this one, what are we going to do for this one? So we've got our gingerbread. That one's going to be the dreidel. This one can be the wreath. And then this one can be the kinara. And then something. Christmas tree with lights. That's going to be challenging to do in that size. Maybe this one should be the wreath. And this one should be the tree. This one should be the tree. I pulled Leapfrog, but I think I need something slightly darker. Do I have a darker green than Leapfrog? I must, right? Oh, yeah. I do. I have cracked can't see green. I will need Leapfrog, but can't see green is going to be better for the background. Do I want... Let me think about this. Yeah. Okay. I think I know how I want to do it. I'm going to make Abominable Spood. Oh, that would be cute. This one's going to be the tree because I want more space to work with it. Then I think I can give the pinky. I'm literally going to make it tree-shaped. And if you doubt that there's a Maratus species that has this shape of butt, you're wrong. There's a Maratus species that has this shape of butt. Some of them have like weird flaps that they can kind of fold down on the sides of their abdomen to make them look more like triangular or narrow. So we're gonna take advantage of that for a little Christmas tree buddy here. He's gonna be slightly butt plug shaped, but that's okay. He will look like a Christmas tree by the time I'm done with him. I promise. Promise he will not look like a butt plug. At least not without more imagination and less concern for personal safety than is recommended. Good night, Najwa. You're magnetizing your nail polish and you can feel your nail moving when you wave the magnet near it. Ray, you might have too much iron in your blood. Reindeer spood, that's a cute idea. Sonyo and Mei united in their not questioning my knowledge of spider butts. The PBE cat magnet? Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so the next one is going to be my Kwanzaa spider. So this one is going to have a little bit of a wider butt shape. Flared base is key for butt stuff, yeah. The ER medic who went around a store telling people not to use holiday items as butt plugs. Does that guy have like a whole Instagram that is just dedicated to shaking his head sadly at people that are suggesting that certain things might be butt plug shaped? Because it is an extremely funny account. I'm a fan. I don't follow it because I don't need more of that kind of shit on my feed. I already get enough of it. But I do very much appreciate that particular type of brain. Because I 100% see butt plugs everywhere that are not intended to be butt plugs, to be clear. Please do not use Christmas objects as butt plugs. Yeah. Yeah, I think, like, unless it's intended for use that way, you should probably think long and hard about the possible negative outcomes before deciding to use anything that way. I just think it's smart to be smart. You know? All right, little fuzzy legs. Don't want to make them too thin. They won't look right if they're too thin. There are some species of jumping spiders that have fairly thin legs that aren't as furry, but the Muratus are pretty furry. They're furry little buddies. I made that leg a little too long, but that's okay. We can just take a little off the top. It'll be fine. Spood. Glorious Spood. Okay. Come on. It is 9:20. I think we're making pretty good progress, given how long I just sat around talking at the beginning. I think we're doing pretty well here. Okay. Pedipalps. Darker pedipalps. You've been trying to take nail photos since stream started and you're still not satisfied with them? You know what? That's just fucking nail photography. the constant eternal struggle of nail photography. And like, it doesn't matter how long you've been doing it. I'm convinced at this point that like there's always going to be those days where even if, you know, most of the time you've kind of gotten yourself to the point where you can bang out stuff fairly quickly, you're always going to have those days where it's just like, welp, I guess I don't know how to photograph things anymore. I guess that's not a skill I have anymore. Oh well. It was nice while it lasted. Cause like most of the time I can sort of bang things out reasonably quickly, and sometimes I just have a day. I'm like, I need to take 18 photos of each pose in order to get a single shot that is okay. What happened to my ability to do this shit? Okay. Vibing and eating girl dinner? What's girl dinner tonight, Mei Mei? Sonia, you're allowed to just put that tea in the fridge and have it tomorrow. I will give you permission. If you really just need to go to bed, you can just put your tea in the fridge and have it tomorrow. Or you can even pour it down the drain and not drink it at all and waste that tea bag. I'm giving you permission to do it. Multichrome based magnetic polish the other day. Every time you got the multichrome shift, you can't see the magnetic and vice versa. Yeah. And like, it's so stupid because even if you have the exact same camera setup, the exact same lighting setup, sometimes it's just like, oh, okay, well, I guess today I don't get to capture that for reasons. And I don't know if it's like, sometimes I don't know if it's the polish itself that just wants a slightly different setup, or if it's me, or like, who the hell knows? Oh, that's going to be way too much. Don't want that much. Well, if it was a loose leaf, then you haven't even wasted a bag of tea. You've just wasted like a random small quantity of tea. That doesn't even count as waste. All right. I have to go back in and fix this because once again, I have fucked up my little eyeballs. I don't know why I'm so bad at these. Like, I've gotten worse somehow. I've gotten worse at this since a year ago or whenever it was, a year and a half ago when I last did, or when I first did the Priders. I'm probably just rushing it too much or something because I'm on stream instead of doing it privately by myself. It seems likely that I would just be rushing it a little bit. I think the original time that I did it was not on a stream. Although, maybe it was on a stream. Was it? I don't recall. I know I did one Maratus on like a thumbnail during a stream once. But I can't recall whether the original Priders were during a stream. I think back then I was only streaming on Instagram. I hadn't started streaming on YouTube yet. Okay. Oof. You're glad none of your swatching has been paid because you don't think you could handle the pressure with money involved? Yeah, I don't know. It's the same. At least for me. I feel the same pressure whether I am being paid for it or not. I still want it to be perfect. Priders were a stream? Well, apparently I've just gotten worse then. I have no excuse. Okay, this nail is going to be the Kwanzaa nail. So the main thing is going to be green, black, and red. And then the Kinara, I think, for the actual stand part, I want that to be, I think, maybe brown, because I'm seeing a lot of them seem to be made of wood. So the background color then, I'm going to want flames, so I can't do it yellow. Maybe we do like a soft light gray background for it. I think that will work well, and all the colors should stand out nicely against that. I do have more people talking at me now, it's true. I don't know if that's really an excuse, though. Oh, you got an EP boy? What a good Musumbi. I'm glad that he is recovering well. I'm glad that he has a safe place to do that. Come on. A little thicker, please. All right, so I want you to be more of a wide butt, I think. I think wide butt will work better for this particular design. So we'll do wide butt, maybe a white or yellow fringe. I think that should work reasonably well. A lot of them have colored fringes around the edge of their little butt flaps. Either colored, bright colors, or white, to presumably to attract attention. Okay, and then the pinky nail. So are we going to do a wreath for the pinky nail? You remember the Priders on InstaStream because I excluded lesbians? I didn't exclude lesbians, okay? I had the whole Progress Pride flag in the thumb. Lesbians were included implicitly. I just didn't give them their own nail. Not everyone can have a nail. There's too many identities. There's only 5 nails. I can only do so much, Sassy. Okay. Get this little guy going. I did a pan one for me personally. A trans one, an ace, and a non-binary. I think those were the ones that I did. Okay, lighter color up here. And then a little mustache, a little pedipalps. I need more polish. That's what I need. Purple background for the Kwanzaa nail. I'm concerned that purple might not work well for showing the other colors. It seems like that could be a problem. Yeah, you got a lesbian axolotl. No, there's not 10 nails, Sonia. There are only 5 nails. There are only 5 nails that count. Because I'm not hand painting detailed shit on stream on my right hand. It's simply not going to happen. It's the worst. It's so freaking hard to do. I suffer every time I try and do any kind of nail art on my right hand. I've basically given up on anything more than like a simple swoosh. Okay. This one has really big pedipalps. Extra, extra big pedipalps. All right, eyeballs. I'm getting in there. I am painting the tiny circle with the brush that is not really optimized for painting a tiny circle. It's fine. I think that was the best one I did so far. And it's the last one, so... So good job me, I guess. Finally got something decent. Uh-oh. Here I go again with my overworking the pedipalps. Stop, Peggy. All right, let's get some flags up here. There we go. 20 nails including feet? Absolutely the fuck not. Feet stream. Ugh. Ugh. It's true, eyeballs are hard. Even when they're just little frickin' dots. Okay, I guess wreath. Is it wreath? You put on a YouTube fire because the neighbors upstairs are too loud. I like those things. I guess it's wreath. Wreath. Okay. I'm going to do... I don't know what color I want to do for a background for this. And I wanted to do red because I want to have a white bow. I mean, I don't want to do red because I want to have a red bow. Duh. I think I might just have to go white. Or I could do like a light blue. Let's do a light blue. Let's do a light blue background. You had a friend in Maine who sent you a handmade wreath? That sounds beautiful. Yeah, drinking tea right before bed is a problem for the bladder. For sure. I end up being up 5 times a night if I have a cup of tea too close to bed. All right, light blue. We'll do a fairly round one for this. And then we get to go back and do all the detail. We've just barely begun, y'all. We've barely begun. We have so much left to do. I hope y'all are here for the long haul, because I'm going to lose steam if I don't have everybody here. I think part of it too is that my eyesight has gotten worse. And like I do have the bifocals, but it's still, they get tired. My poor little eyeballs get tired. Do a little up there. I accidentally painted over the leggies and the head just a little bit there with the blue. Okay. West Coast is behind. That's true. Yeah. My West Coast crew always stays up for me. All right. Back to the gingerbread guy. I feel like his butt needs to be a little bigger. Maybe not. You haven't even started your nails for tonight? You must be a West Coaster too, Leo. Megs take you an hour? Yeah, I know a lot of people say that magnetics take them a really long time, and I don't get it. I don't understand why they take people so long. Okay. Here we go with some where's my dotting tool? I do want my dotting tool for this part. We're going to do some gingerbread. I want to do some like icing around the edges. Some like little icing dots. I feel like icing dots is a good way to start. I think we're just going to do the like real simple royal icing style gingerbread here. And that icing dot went right over the top of his head. There we go. And then we want, let's do a little window kind of thing here. Give it a little window pane action. And then do like a little thing there. Well, that was bigger than I intended, which means I have to make the center one a little bigger for it to work. There we go. I think that's about as good as it's going to get. Does it look sort of gingerbready? I don't know. Not sure if it looks gingerbready. What do we think? Does it look like a gingerbread thing? I could do some gumdrops. Or I could just leave it like this. What do we think? $100 gingerbready? All right, dreidel. Dreidel, dreidel, dreidel. So I think for the dreidel, we want to do light blue and white. And I think, let's see. get this shape in. And then that goes like that and that. So it'll be like a blue faces and white detail, I think, is what we're gonna have. Okay. Don't worry. I know it doesn't look like much yet. I believe this one's gonna work. I don't know why I believe in this one and I didn't believe in the eyeballs that I've done a million times before, but I have faith in this one. I do need some thinner though. I'm glad that we're getting the dreidel song lyrics in chat here. It's very helpful to me. Can't even see the screen here. I can't see if y'all can see the screen, more to the point. Or rather, I can't see if y'all can see what I'm doing. Okay, I think it's working. I think it's working. All right, we need the little... Okay, that part's gonna need a little bit of a cleanup for sure. But that's okay. It's okay for that to need a cleanup. We're almost there. I need some blue. Gonna need to clean that up a little bit with this brush, I think. There we go. A little bit on this side too. Just realizing that a dreidel can look just a little bit like a Jen & Berry's bottle at an angle. I'll thin out the little handle bit here. It's not really a handle. I don't know really what to call that. Spinneret? I don't know. I feel like that might be a dreidel. You can hear Jammy snores. You remember playing dreidel in 2nd grade? Like when you were in 2nd grade? I don't think I remember anything from 2nd grade. Okay. Now, do I want to give this a little bit of a fringe? I think I might want to give this a little bit of a fringe because some of them have like a fancy edging. And I feel like this guy needs a little fancy edging. So I'm going to give him a little bit of like a light blue edging here. Whoop, that is a little bit too dry. Gumming things up. We do not want it gummy. Gummy bad. Unless it is Nerds Gummy Clusters. We do not want it gummy. All right. Get our little blue fringe. What do we think? Does that work for a dreidel? Edging. Sonyo. Sonyo, we are not edging the dreidel. Not like that. I think he's kind of cute. Now, it doesn't have the writing on the side. I'm just not sure that I can accomplish that. Should I try? Do I try a tiny little gesture of sort of drawing on the side? I'm scared. I'm scared to try. It's too dry. It's too goopy on me. Hang on. I'm scared to try, and yet here I am, trying. It's not even going to be properly readable. It's just going to be a little gesture. Like a little... Hey, there's something on the side of that. There we go. That's it. That's all I trust myself to do there. Okay. Whew. Jammy break. Jammy and a stretch. Oh. The old back. She is old. Spending several hours on concrete is rough. Normally I have like a whole day to recover from those shifts before I have to come and be functional in front of you. Okay. Next. Wait. Hi, baby girl. Still sleepy. Okay. Okay, now we can get back. Sometimes you just need a little petting a cat break. Uh-oh. Now she has to clean the human stink off of her. Poor Jammy Dodgers. She's got to sneeze a bunch. It's awful when a human touches you. It's so inconvenient. Okay, so we have some of the green. Boy, I really caused a ruckus there. We got some leapfrog. And a little bit of citrine, because I think I'm going to want multiple tones in here. Okay. I think this is correct. To do some like vertical stripey dabbings. Give it a little bit of texture. Okay, and then I need more acetone. Goodbye, Jammy. She didn't even go very far. Hang on. She just went over onto the next available seating location. Oh, now she's getting down. What are you doing? Nope. Apparently I disturbed her too much. What are you doing? I shouldn't have done it. It was wrong of me. Okay, I want to put some little, like, yellow and red dots on this. Good night, Sonia. Okay, so I think we'll do... I still want them to sort of look like somewhat feasible patterns for a spider to have, you know? At least for a Murata spider, which is not too limiting because, oh boy, do they ever have some really cool patterns. But it means I'm doing it a little bit more symmetrically and evenly than I would normally do for like a proper Christmas tree. Sammy, what are you doing? Get back up into your chair so people can admire you. Okay. We'll do a little yellow at the top here. And we'll do a yellow dot there. And then a yellow dot there and a yellow dot there. There, I think that kind of gives like Christmas tree vibes. All right. Next, we'll start with the brown of the base. Yeah, exactly. Jamie, your break is over. Get back to work. All right, we want a little brown base here for the candles. And then the center candle is black. So we will do a black stripe up the middle. And then 3 green on, wait, the green go on that side, the red, let me just make sure I've got, I think the red go on the left. Yes, okay. Gotta make sure I get this right. I'm gonna run out of space here. It's okay, it's a spider design. You can't expect it to be perfect. I feel like I want something in between these 2 greens. Because otherwise it's going to be a little bit too dark. I want it to be obvious that it is in fact green. So I need it to be a little bit bright. Fiber optic Christmas tree. Maple is in her chair, ready to be admired. Do we get to see Maple? I made that a little bit too dark. Or too light, rather. Went too light, went too dark. I wonder if I need a different green altogether. Well, that's not too bad. Okay, trying to balance, like, having it be obviously green with having it be, like, visible against the background and, you know, this is challenging. Color coordination. Okay. Yeah, that's why you gotta do the Discord thing, and then I can pop photos up. When people post in Discord, then I can pop them up on the screen. All right, we get a candle. Gotta light all these candles. There we go. I like how the one snowflake glitter just happens to be right at the top there. It kind of worked out really nicely. There's just like a real cute... Come on. It just perfectly centered itself above that one's butt. We don't have our own Discord, Spooky Mouse. I'm on the Nicole Loves Nails Discord, if you're there. I should make a Discord server. I should. I will. Tell you what, I will make a Discord server. Not right this second, though. Divine Kwanzaa, but... Jammy Dodgers, what are you doing? Do you need to come up and say hello to people from up here? Okay. Oh my goodness. Jammy Dodgers made just a horrible fart. Here we go. Here we go. That's my good girl. Hi, baby. You make a big stinky fart. I hope we're capturing some good purrs here. Hi, baby. Yeah. It's a very important kitty break. Yeah, I'm in Nicole and Fanaticur's Discords as well. That's why I haven't made a Discord. She's so patient with me. It's just like, okay, mom needs to get smooched. All right, I'm gonna put you back on your little thing though, okay? Aw, poor baby. Okay, here we go. There we go. Okay. Hi. All right. Well, that was a nice little intermission. Back to work. We got one more to go. And this one's a wreath, so it should be a little bit similar to the Christmas tree one. I'm gonna need a little bit of this. Yeah, you can post in Critters. If you haven't already. I'm going over. Going over to look. I await maple. We would like to see the maple. We would like to see the maple. Did I even put any of that on yet? I don't think I did. Okay. I'll just do a little bit of a messy green circle here. And then we'll tidy it up and add some stuff. Your camera is full. All right, let me know when you've got it in there. I need a little bit of this other green. And then I'm thinking we want like some little red dots on there and maybe a red bow. That's definitely going to need a little thinner. The anticipation is killing Leo. You hear that, Laura? You're destroying Leo. Poor Leo is suffering. Full camera is such a problem. All right, let's do a little bow shape across the bottom here. It's definitely going to need a little white detailing to make it work right, but that's okay. We can do that. And then maybe a couple of little dots, like a little, just some little like tiny sort of berry dot sort of things. Yeah. All right, now, do I have a little, no, all my white is dry. All my white is dry. We'll get a little white. I don't want pure white. A little like pinky tone, I think. To like get the general shape. I'm not doing a very good job of it, but that's okay. We'll get there, probably. Or we'll just decide that it's good enough at some point, which is also completely fine. The poisonous berries, the delicious poisonous berries. They are so tasty and so poison. Okay. I don't think they're actually tasty. I don't know for sure because I haven't tasted them because they're poison. I don't recommend trying it because of the aforementioned poison. This stream is not for children. Don't listen to anything I say except the things when I tell you not to do things that are dangerous. Listen to those things, but not the other stupid things. Good enough. I think it looks bow-like. Maple is here. Maple is here. We have Maple Alert. Maple Alert. It's Maple. Oh my gosh, it's Maple. All right, hang on. Save image. Where did you save to? Where did you save to? Downloads. There's Maple. Let's open Maple in Safari. Oh my goodness. What a good kitty. What a good kitty. Look at that Maple. Whoops. Excuse me. Look at that good kitty. What a Maple. That is so good. That is so good. I also really like this very cute toast blanket that Maple has. Is that actually a cat bed or is that a person seat that has been co-opted by cat? Maple is majestic and very nicely named because she's basically the color of maple syrup. Caught her with her mouth open. Yeah, she's just giving you a little, hey. Hey. She's doing a good sit. A darn fine sit. All right. I don't think anybody needs anything else on this manicure. I think we're ready to call it. It's a co-opted seat. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It looked like a moon chair. I've had chairs like that, similar to that. Okay, so we got our little gingerbread dude. We got our little dreidel dude, and our little Christmas tree dude, and our little Kinara dude, and our little wreath dude. And I feel that with that, we have done an excellent job. And so I'm going to do a little seal glaze. Disc chair. Oh, yeah. The dedicated cat blankets. We have so many. We have so many dedicated cat blankets around the house. The one that that Jamie often sleeps on, and that she has left again, I see. But the one she was sleeping on earlier is a dedicated cat blanket. I think if you have cats and you don't love defurring your furniture daily, you just have to own dedicated cat blankets and have them everywhere. And then you just throw them in the wash occasionally. It's good. The one that gives you half a cat when you wash it? Yeah. Every single time I wash one of the cat blankets, it's like literally fistful of fur. I do try to usually shake them out or partway defur the blanket before I throw it in the wash because I don't want it to clog up the washing machine too much. But the material on the actual chair Is the Sherpa like stuff? Yeah. There's no way. Yeah, the velvety sort of microfiber couch material is perfect because it doesn't really show claw marks, and it's real easy to rub the fur off of it. It just kind of vacuums up or wipes off with a damp cloth. But yeah, I've had too many chair and sofa materials over the years that were just awful to try and get cat fur out of. Okay. Oy. Still need to do my top coat. This should actually be... I've just realized I've had this ring on that direction, but it should be this direction because that's going to be facing that way. Excuse me. I found Jammy. Uh-oh. There you go. Of course, it won't focus properly because she's a little too close, but... All right. Was it the cutest? I don't think it was. I bet there's been cuter. Okay, so here's the final question. I'm going to put regular top coat on it, but then should it be matte? I kind of feel like maybe it should be matte. What do y'all think? Should this be a matte Manny? She is, yeah. I have for many years thought of her as being a little bit like an otter. She also has some seal-like qualities to her sometimes. And also owl. Pretty much anything but cat, really. You hate to say it, but matte. We got multiple matte votes. I do feel like it might be one of those rare manis that really calls for matte. Gotta let the glossy dry first, but we can admire Jammy Dodgers while that happens. I'm still so grossed out by how yellow this matte top coat is. It really looks nasty. Like, it works fine and it doesn't look yellow on the nail, but it just looks nasty in the bottle. Yeah, the folded ears really have that, like, marine mammal kind of look. They have the tiny little folded up ears. She is a very distinguished lady. She very frequently crosses her paws, so she'll sit like this. It's like her regular pose. She's always in loaf position with her paws crossed. And we call her little Jammy cross paws when she does that. Oh, she actually has them crossed right now. Hang on. You see why she's like a walrus. It's like the weirdest. It's the weirdest way of crossing your paws. Sometimes she's more like this, but she does this like full weird thing. Why is it yellow? I don't know. It's just it was not yellow when I first got it, and now it's like it just really yellowed. I guess it just doesn't have any kind of you know, chemicals in it to protect it from yellowing. Yeah. Yeah. Her little beans. She's such a good girl. Got full beans on display. Y'all getting spoiled. I'm gonna have to start an only pause for Jammy Dodgers. That's gotta be a thing, right? There's a hair. A cat hair. Ugh. How dare. The yellow is off-putting. I absolutely agree. And like you can't see it at all on the nail. It's completely fine once it's applied. But it is definitely off-putting. And like I say, it was not like that at the beginning. It's just become that way over time. And it's only this one. This is the only bottle I've ever bought of matte top coat from this brand, Glisten Glow. And it's the only matte top coat I've ever owned that went yellow. Halfway through your nails, gonna have to top coat and finish during movie night. What's the movie tonight? What is the movie tonight? Oh, is it tonight or is it tomorrow night? It's tomorrow night movie night, right? For K-pop, I assume you mean the Fanaticure Funhouse movie night. Unless you mean a different movie night that is actually tonight. Okay, I think Matt was correct. Let me get the nails back. It's K-pop Demon Hunters tomorrow. Which I have not seen. I think they came out cute, y'all. I think they came out really cute. I like them. I am pleased. I am pleased. And this polish is actually really cute in just even like in the warm. It's like super super warm right now. There's no way I'm getting any of the like frosted. But even in the warm state, it's really cute. It's like frosty enough that it doesn't feel like I'm not sad about it being just in the warm state. I think it's cute. It's cute. Kwanzaa Spider is your favorite? It is really good. I like how that one came out. I like all of them. All right, I need to eat some food. First I need to take some photos of these. Then I need to go eat some food and put my feet up and freaking relax. Thank you everybody for coming and hanging out and doing the thing. And this has been fun. next week, Thursday is actually Christmas, so not streaming on Christmas. What I'm thinking I might do is the Friday night. Um, so yeah, probably I'll stream on Boxing Day on the Friday night. Might do the same for like New Year's because I think New Year's Eve also falls on a Thursday, so I may end up streaming on the Friday. We'll have to see how things go. But yeah, let me know if you have ideas for what I should do. Maybe it should be like a Canadian theme because Boxing Day is celebrated in Canada. Uh, you know, we'll see. Friday is day one of Kwanzaa. Cool. All right. Thank you, everybody, for coming and hanging out and all the stuff. Don't forget to do the liking and tell all your buddies and get people here and, tell them we have a cute cat or four, depending on who shows up. Boxing Day Manny? Yeah, that's what I might. Maybe we'll do different kinds of boxes. Or maybe we'll just do something Canadian. Maybe we'll do Canadian boxes. I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure it out. We'll do something. All right. Good night, everybody.